Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to model organic shape like this using SubD tools in Rhino. So without further ado, let's start. So I'll start by going to the perspective, so double click to maximize the perspective view, and I'm going to choose the polygon, and let's set the number of size to 5, so type 5 and then press enter. And let's draw one polygon here. Let's set the radius to maybe 15 meter. And press F8 opens also, type 15, then click. And let's rotate this one, so make sure also it's open and rotate it something maybe like this. Then let's double click to move the gimbal. Let's move it here and rotate it by 90 degrees. In the ortho setting, I set the ortho angle to 45. You can change it if you want. So anyway, let's move this here and hold Alt to create a copy. Let's get a copy maybe here. Let's rotate this, maybe something like this. Let's close always record the history for now. Maybe rotate this something like this and get another copy here, another one here maybe, and this maybe something, let's set this maybe something like this, and maybe another one something like this. And finally I think I will need another polygon here in the middle, and let's keep the number of size to 5, and let's set the radius to maybe 25 or maybe 20. And let's move it maybe up like this. So now I want to create some kind of variations. So I'm going to scale some of these polygons. So hold shift and let's scale it like this. Maybe scale this a little bit. And let's move. Let's set the gimbal to object. Okay, no, let's relocate the gimbal. So I'm going to relocate the gimbal here in the model in the middle here. Something like this, and let's scale this also. So we're going to repeat the process. Double click to move the gimbal and hold shift and start scaling it. So I'm going to repeat this process to the remaining polygons. I think this needs to move a little bit, maybe something like this. Double click to move the gimbal and scale it up a little bit. I think I just maybe scaling down. Okay, and after when you are done, I'm going to extrude the object, so align to object, and let's extrude it. So to extrude, we can extrude using this circle, and if we hold Control, it's going to be open extrude. So let's type 20 and hold Control. So now it's open. If we didn't hold Control, for example, here like this, it's going to be closed. I want it to be open. So I'm going to hold Control while moving it using this circle. So I think this is going to be 40 meter maybe. And this maybe 25. And for this one, maybe 30. So type the length and then hold Control. And this one, maybe 40. Now we want to connect these shapes together. So now I'm going to open all the record history, and let's type select CRV and press Ctrl H to hide all the curves. I may need to adjust the positioning of the shapes a little bit. Let's type blend curve, or you can find it here, the curve command, which is this one. Let's select this edge and this edge. You can adjust the setting here to curvature or tangency or position, but I'm going to keep it to tangency. And we can adjust these handles a little bit, but I'm going to keep it as default. So press OK, right click to bring the command again, select this edge and this edge, right click to finish the command, right click to bring the command again, and so on. So I'm going to repeat these processes to the remaining edges. I'm using right click for faster workflow. Okay, now since we created this blend curve using and all those recorders was set on, so if we start moving this shape, as you can see, the curves are updating, and this is amazing and can help us a lot in the form finding. So I think I might need to do more variations here. So I'm going to scale this part. So I hold Control Shift to select these edges and double click to move the gimbal. Let's move it here and hold Shift and start scaling. to have this kind of telescopic shapes, which make it more interesting. So I'm going to repeat this process for the remaining shapes. Hold Ctrl Shift to select the sub object and double click to move the gimbal, and hold Shift while scaling to get this kind of telescopic shapes here. And we may maybe start rotating things a little bit like this. Hold Ctrl Shift, double click to move the gimbal, hold Shift while scaling. And by the way, what will happen if we scale it down instead of up? So double click to move the gimbal for more accuracy and start. We will get something like this, but yeah, no, just keep it like this. Hold Ctrl Shift, select the face, double click to move the gimbal, and hold Shift and start scaling. So yeah, we are almost done. For this, I think we might need to scale this also. We might scale it up. Or yeah, I think I will keep this as it is. So now, after we are done, I'm going to use SubD. But yeah, before using SubD, I think I still need to create blend curve. So type blend curve again, press enter, select this edge and this edge to get this curve. But for this one, I think I will move the handles a little bit. Maybe no. Try something, maybe blend the curve between this would be better. Yeah. So okay, let's create a blend curve maybe here like this, something like this. Right click and right click to create a blend curve again here. Right click to bring the command again to have this blend curve. Right click to create to bring the command again, and right click to bring the command again. And yeah, I think this looks okay. Maybe moving this up a little bit. And yeah, I think maybe rotating this by 45 degrees, moving it something. Okay, as you see, we can do a lot of variation. Maybe if we want to increase the length of this object, we can align to object and move this a little bit, and so on. And when we are finally done, we need to convert all this object into SubD and create SubD loft between these curves. So before converting this into SubD, I'm going to create SubD loft. So go to the SubD tools and select these two curves and choose SubD loft. Set the corners to yes and adjust segment and maybe set it to 4 segment, and then right click to bring the command again, right click to bring the command again, select the curves, right click, set corners yes, adjust segment, set to 4, right click again, right click to bring the command again, select the curves, right click, adjust segment, set to 4, corner yes, and so on. So okay, now remains closing this part. So to close this part, I'm going to use sweep to rail in the SubD tool. So choose sweep to rail, select again, choose sweep to rail, select this curve and then this curve. And for the profile, let's select this one. Let's adjust segment to 4 since these are 4. And this one, let's set it to also 4 because 1, 2, 3. And there are 4 faces here. It might still need some manual adjustment, but yeah, this is a good thing to start with. So right click, okay, let's right click to bring the command again. Select, okay, let's isolate the curve. So select CRV and go to visibility and choose isolate because we're only using the curves right now. So okay, yeah, let's go to the SubD tools, to rail 1, rail 2, and the profile. Right click, set this to 4 and set this to 4 too, and okay, right click to bring the command again, sweep to rail 1, rail 2, profile 1, right click, let's set this to 4 and this to 4, okay, right click, rail 1, rail 2, set it to 4, set it to 4, okay, right click, rail 1, rail 2, profile, set this to 4 and this to 4, okay, and let's switch to the archaic mode maybe. Okay, there are some weird connection here, but it's fine. We're going to adjust all of this manually. So let's unlock everything right now. Now I want to convert this. So let's now select the SubD object. Let's select the curves and hide all of them. Now I'm going to create some adjustments that's going to break the history. Right now, if we adjust any of things like this, as you can see, all the form is going to be updated. But now I'm going to convert these shapes into SubD, so this will break the history. So it's always nice to keep something that we can adjust later in case we need it to adjust it. So I'm going to copy this to keep this as it is in case we wanted to do some variations. But for this one, I'm going to purge history. So type purge history purge and select this object and right click. So now if I did any adjustment here, this one is going to stay as it is. And let's close all of record history. Let's go to the visibility and let's isolate this one. So the first thing I want to do right now is to convert this polysurface into SubD. So I'm going to convert it first into mesh, and in mesh let's adjust the setting like this, and let's hit preview. This will give us as a minimum amount of polygons. There are some edges here that I might need to delete them manually, but anyway, let's press OK and then press delete to delete the polysurface. Hold Control Shift and to select these edges. After selecting all these edges, let's select this mesh and go to the SubD tools and choose convert to SubD, and yes, delete into yes, and mesh crease yes, and mesh corners yes, and then right click. So let's convert these edges back into crease. So hold Control Shift to select these edges, and let's go here and let's come here and right click to convert them into hard crease. Okay, now I'm going to join all these SubD faces together, but before doing so, I need to do a few adjustments here, and there. So we can press tab to switch from smooth to flat mode. So I'm going to switch to the flat mode, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to add more edges here. So hold Control Shift, select edge, and choose Insert Edge, and set the offset type to proportional. And let's insert an edge here. Hold Control Shift again, and let's insert another one. And let's press to insert another one, something maybe here. Control Shift, insert another one here. Make sure you are in the flat mode. I need to align this point. So type move and align this point to okay. Control Z for now. Select this one and go to the ability isolate. So the first thing that I'm going to do is hold Control Shift, select all this point, and let's go to align and choose to line, and let's draw a line here to align all these points to this line. Now unlock, and let's come here, insert SubD edge, select this one here, Control Z, Shift, insert one here, insert another one here, and insert another one here. So yeah, they are all aligned together. It's great. Now for this one, okay, so I'm going to repeat this align processes to all these faces. So select this one, go to the visibility, isolate, hold Control Shift, and choose hold Control Shift, select all these points, choose align, choose to line, and let's align it like this. Let's unlock here again, visibility, isolate, hold Control Shift, select this one, choose align, choose to line, and let's draw a line here. Unlock, select this one, go visibility, isolate, hold Control Shift, choose align, choose to line, and let's draw a line here. Unlock, choose this one, go to visibility, hold Control Shift, select this one, align to line, and let's draw a line here. Unlock. Okay, now all of them are adjusted. So okay, yeah, let's start inserting edges. Choose insert, let's select insert edge, select this one and align it to the point, another one here, and another one. Okay, yeah, this is not aligned. Align with another one here. Same thing here, hold Control Shift, select edge, right click to bring the command again, and insert edge here, insert edge here, and insert another one here. We could actually avoid the alignment step while creating these faces, so that we don't get this kind of curvature. And to do so, simply we will use two profiles, a profile here and another profile here which is going to be straight like this. So I'm going to hide this for now. So select it and press Ctrl H and type SELCRV to select all the curves, and hold Shift and select all these shapes and go to visibility and choose isolate. So now let's go to the SubD tools and choose sweep to rail, select this rail, and then this profile. And for this profile, we can select this edge, then right click and adjust the number of segments. And as you can see, we will not need to adjust this edge anymore. So this is a better way to create this part. But anyway, let's resume. Now select everything and press Ctrl J, SubD joint edge, set it to crease, right click. Okay, now they are all joined, but it is creased. So there are some faces that we will need to keep it creased, and there are some weird overlap here that need to be adjusted. And this stuff we need to adjust it manually while we are in the flat mode. But before doing so you see, all this edge need to convert back into soft edges. So after selecting all this edge, let's come here and remove the SubD crease. And same thing here. All this need to be removed. The soft crease, the hard crease here need to be removed. So came here and right click to convert it into hard crease. Okay, yeah, it's starting to look good. Okay, now let's start adjusting this kind of overlaps. Maybe align this to object. Move this maybe something like this. There are still some overlap here. Yeah, this is starting to look cool. I will start now closing this base. So to close this base, I'm going to use the bridge command. So hold Ctrl Shift and select all these edges. Make sure to select 3 edge here and the same number here. And choose bridge. Set crease to yes and segments to 1. Same thing here. Hold Ctrl Shift, select maybe this 3 and go to bridge. Select this one. Okay, now the base is closed. And this part maybe need some few adjustment. It can be done manually. I will keep now adjusting the shape a little bit manually. So I might speed this part a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think this looks fine right now. We can still add few more details to the mass. So, okay, for example, I want to offset this space and extrude it down to maybe 5 meters to create some kind of ground floor here. So I'm going to select this space. So hold Ctrl Shift and select all these faces, and let's go to the SubD tools, and here insert SubD edge. We can set the offset number that we want, maybe 2 meters, or maybe press Ctrl Z and maybe more than this. So let's try a large number. What if we set it to 10 meters, or maybe 20 meters? Yeah, if we set it to a very large number, more than this length, there are going to be some overlap and some weird stuff here. So let's set it maybe just to maybe 3 meters will be fine. And let's extrude it. So move using this circle to a value of maybe 5 meters or maybe 6 meters. And go to archaic mode. And yeah, I think this looks cool. Let's move everything to 6 meters so that it's aligned here in 0Z. And also we can create more adjustment, maybe moving this more inside, so we have some kind of large cantilever here, and for this one select it and choose align to object and move it like this. This one maybe is the same, and this one too. And for this part, let's add a face here. So hold Control Shift and double click to select this whole loop, and hold Control Shift and scale using the gimbal. So okay, as you can see, there is the center of scaling is not in the center of object. This is why this part is this width is larger than this width. So press Ctrl Z, set align to C plane. Now this is in the center, and hold Ctrl Shift and start scaling. Let's do the same for the remaining to add this kind of edge. Let's do it here too. Okay, as it's starting to give more depth to the design. Now when we are done with adjusting the mass, we can, and we want to import it into Revit as a mass using Rhino and Revit, we first need to convert it into NURB. So type to NURB command and make sure to set delete input to no, then right click, and we can now select this polysurface and type cap to close it. Its sides are curved now, and type merge or coplanar faces. And now I'm not sure why it's saying that it's open polysurface, as you can see here. So there is few checks that we can do to see how we can fix it. The first thing is to check naked edges and non-manifold edges. So there's no naked edges and no non-manifold edges. So still not sure why. So I'm going to do another thing. Let's select the polysurface and explode it, and select everything and press Ctrl J to join it again. Select it, now it's closed. So I'm not sure why it said it was open, but now it's closed. So we can import this into Revit and create floors from it and etc. Okay, so after I finished the model, I realized that there was a small problem that need to be fixed. So for example here, if I wanted to add thickness to this SubD surface, we can use offset SubD and maybe set it to, I want a large number, so let's set to 4 maybe. You will see here that there's some kind of weird connection here. You see this one. So, and this is because due to a small problem, and I will show you how to fix it. So if we came here in the display, in the object setting, and set the color of back face, set it to blue, red, or whatever. So as you can see, this SubD, the faces of this SubD doesn't have the same normal here. So now we want to adjust it. So to adjust it, there is a command called Unify Mesh Normals, but from its name, it's only work with mesh. So the first thing we have to do is to convert this SubD into a mesh, and then convert it into, then use Unify Mesh Normals, and then convert it back into SubD. So to convert it into mesh, we are going to use a command called Extract Control Polygon. So press Enter, and let's delete the SubD. So now here it have been converted into mesh. Now let's use Unify Mesh Normals. So now all the, as you can see, all the faces have the same normal. So now let's convert it back into SubD here, convert it to SubD command, and let's see delete input to yes, right click. Now it has converted back into a SubD. Now if we used offset SubD, as you can see, it is clean and there is no weird connection. And if we create maybe a clipping plane, as you can see, it looks clean. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you later.